It was late on a Saturday night in 1975. I was 18 years old. I was on Darlinghurst Road in King's Cross, the red light district of Sydney, known for its brothels, drug trade and police corruption. I was with Marian and we were talking to Smiley, a bikie. No, not that sort of bikie. You know, leather jacket, tats, beards, and that's just their women. When suddenly a tall man in a suit walked by us, clutching the arm of a young, well-dressed lady. As they rushed past, a small package fell from the young lady's handbag. Marian, always alert and helpful, picked up the package and ran towards the couple as they were getting in the car.
Yoo-hoo! You dropped your package.
It's not mine, the lady claimed.
Yes, it's yours. Yes.
She snatched the package and threw it into her handbag. Marian returned from her mission of mercy, but within seconds we felt the large hands of the well-dressed man land on our shoulders.
Hello. Are you two together?
He was a policeman, and we had just passed a package of drugs to a lady who was being arrested for drugs. We were questioned. After some time, they decided that we were innocent and had no part in the drugs.
So, what are you two doing here?
We're here to tell people about the Lord Jesus.
Take my advice, go home. You don't belong here.
But I had been told to be there by a higher authority than him. You see, when I finished high school and went into university, I asked God what he wanted me to do. I believed God wanted me to join a small group that went to King's Cross on Saturday nights to tell the people there about his love. As I was depending on my parents' support to go through university and still living at home, I thought it best to ask my father for permission.
Over my dead body? I don't think that is a place a young Christian man should be hanging around.
Phew, I thought, that was close. Well, God, you say I should honour my parents, and they are saying that they won't let me go. So unless you square it with them, I suppose this closed door means that I'll take up the offer of being one of the leaders at the church youth group instead. But then the door opened.
Michael, your mum and I want to talk with you.
I've been reading a book by Billy Graham called Peace with God. He says in this book that Jesus mixed with prostitutes, the outcasts, and the criminals in order to show them his love. And we should be prepared to do the same.
When your mother and I became Christians, we entrusted everything to him, including our two sons. We knew that he would have a plan for your lives, and it would be the best plan ever. It seems this is part of God's plan, and it's time we parents stood aside and let the Lord Jesus take over.
Oh dear, the door had been opened. And so, on Saturday the 8th of February 1975, the night of my 18th birthday, I was up in the red light district of town, not partying, but endeavouring to show God's love to the people there, and having a number of, wild adventures to boot. During that year that I went each Saturday night to the cross, I was threatened with arrest, with fines, with a beating, and even once with death. But God looked after me, and he showed me that behind those bright lights of the cross, behind the offers of my desires being fulfilled by the callers of the strip joints, behind all the underhanded dealings of business at King's Cross, people were sad, lonely, struggling, and wanting to be loved. I was struck by the irony of it. It was called King's Cross, and yet it tried to ignore what the King of Kings had done on the cross to show his love. When I told my kids of my adventures at the cross, I would tell them that one day God may ask them to do something that is scary and risky, but whatever happens, the promise he gave to Joshua in the Bible thousands of years ago still applied to them. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. See you in story number 35.